Hi guys, it's Kat from Perfectly Imperfect Crafts. I am here to do a tutorial on how I made this journal. It is made from, as you can see, a file folder. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. So the first thing you need is a basic file folder that is about 11, just a little over 11 and a half, almost 11 3/4. On the side without this, okay, you're going to cut off, I lost my measurements, I put them under my desk. Let's see, you are going to cut off 3/8 of an inch, okay? So this is how I did mine. Basically, you're wanting it to be where it is straight so that there's no curve in that. So you end up with a straight edge across the top of your file folder. That is the only cut we're making at this time. The next thing you need is your scoreboard and a scoring tool, a bone folder, whatever it is you use on your scoring board to score. Excuse my squeaky chair. You are going to folded side to the edge, and you are going to score at 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Flip it over the other direction and score again at 3/4 of an inch. And so that you can see it on the inside when you open it up. You can see where you scored at. Okay, I know it's hard to see in the camera because it is all one color. Then your next score line, you're going to, again, butt your file folder up to the edge of your scoreboard, and you're going to score at 5 inches. Flip it over, and this just makes your score line better on the back, and score at 5 inches. Okay, so now we have 2 sets of score lines we've done. Your next fold is you're going to take the straight edge, your folded side, and butt it to the top, and you are going to score it. And you can do this either way. You can score it so that this is straight, but I'm going to score mine at 7 1/2 inches. And then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do one more. Okay. So now when we open it up, we have score lines, and we're going to fold those. Sorry about the banging. Okay. So the first one I'm going to fold and burnish down with my bone folder is the tooth that's going to create our spine. Fold and burnish down. We do need our cutter again for one thing. We are going to take this score line that was at the 7 1/2, and we're going to line it up with the 3-inch notch or line on our cutting board. And we're going to cut off the excess so that our pocket we're creating is 3 inches wide. Okay. I hope you can see this because it is dark in here. Hey kiddo, can you slide that curtain over a little bit so I get some more light? Then you're going to fold that score line up. Thank you. And you're going to burnish this one down. Now, again, this is going to create your pockets. I'm going to fold this one. And this one. Now this one, when you fold it, when you score it and then fold it, when you fold this one in, you're going to see that this piece is too wide. So you just need to take your scissors, and you can take your cutting board out if you want to. Or cutting, yeah, whatever it's called, and do that. But I just took my scissors and made that flat, okay? And then this part here, I have a pen somewhere, where this part of your spine, and I'm just going to outline this, here, here, and here, you're going to cut that out. Here and here, you're going to cut a little notch just to get rid of the bulk, and I'll show you. I'm just going to draw it out here so you can see what I'm going to do. Okay, so these are 3 cuts you've got to make, and this is how I do mine. I fold it, and I go just a little past the actual scoring line on the sides, and here, and remove that. Okay, and then I folded this scoring line, and you can still see my line a little bit, I think, but I'm just going to go right past that. And I'm cutting out a notch so that when you fold these pockets over, it is not too much of a strain. See how much I took out there? Just a little bit. And we're going to do the same on this pocket. Cut it up. And cut it off. Okay? Now, you're going to need to cut a piece of cardstock that is going to measure, because your spine is now about 1.5 inches. So I'm going to cut my spine, my piece to fit in my spine at 1 3/8 by 7.5. Okay. So let's measure this piece of paper. And it doesn't have to be real heavy cardstock, because you're going to cover the spine with fabric. If you're not, then you might want to go ahead and use heavier cardstock. Your choice. But I'm going to use fabric on mine. Oh, I forgot where it's cut. 1 3/8. You need 2, okay? You need 2 pieces the same size to give your spine some stability, okay? Now you take your glue, wherever I've put mine, and this is art glitter glue in here. You're just going to put glue on your piece of paper that you're using to give your spine some stability, and you're just going to line it up in the center of your spine and glue it down. You can use Aleene's, you can use Fabri-Tac, you can use, I wouldn't use a glue stick, but a wet glue, that will dry and give you stability. Flip it over and do the same thing with the second piece. Okay, so there's the second piece. Okay, now from this point, you can take your fabric. I do not have any fabric cut, but you would take your fabric and cut it so that it fits here. And I take a piece about 1 inch wide down both pieces of this so that it gives this part of your book some stability. I'm going to fast forward because I have a cover made. And this is what you're going to do, okay? You can see I put fabric here, upside down. Put fabric here, and I put fabric here. And then I took my cardstock from whatever paper pad you want to use, and I cut my mats. These are 7 3/8 inches long and 4 inches wide, I believe. Measure your thing. Most of you know how to mat, so measure your spaces because you may have made this bigger or smaller, because you can make it smaller. You can probably make 2 out of 1 file folder if you wanted to, but mat each one. I wanted my fabric on my spine to be on the outside, so I cut my fabric and put it on the outside, and then I took and sewed around each panel here so that when I was done, and then I sewed around my pockets, and then I flipped my pockets up and glued them down. So you're covering the whole thing, matting the whole thing with paper. And creates pockets. This pocket is a little shorter, but it works as a pocket. Let's see. Let's find a piece of paper here. God knows I have enough laying on my desk. See, you got a pocket, a pocket, a pocket, and a pocket. So then you fold it like this. This becomes your spine where you're going to sew your signatures in like you would a normal book, which I have made now. This is my 4th one, and when I just started, it'll be my 5th one. I just sewed my signatures in, 4 of them. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of paper, and then a half piece in some of them. So you need 6 sheets of paper for 4 signatures, or 12 sheets for 2 signatures. You can do it either way. And just poke your holes like you would a regular book, and sew your signatures into your spine. It's as easy as that. If you need me to do a signature tutorial, then let me know in the comments below, and I will do that. And decorate it how you want. And then when you open it up, you have space, all these pockets to put things in, and pockets on this side. So that is the file folder junk journal book that I came up with. I don't know if anybody else has ever created one quite like this. I was just working one night and it came to me like, I'm going to try to make a complete file folder into a junk journal. So that's what I did. So I will list the measurements and supplies listed in the comments on the description box below, and let me know what you think. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.